Just ahead on CTV News. Sparkly dresses, champagne, and the clock striking 12. If you're heading out this New Year's Eve, we have the weather forecast you need to know. And if you're hosting the festivities instead, our in-house drink specialist has the tips to keep the party bubbling.
So today is New Year's Eve and it's National Champagne Day, which means Americans will be drinking over 350 million glasses of champagne on tonight alone.
Plus,
as 2025 comes to a close, CTV News talks to residents about their New Year's resolutions or lack thereof. I'm Katera Jones. I'll have all those details coming up on CTV News.
These stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, December 31st. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, if you're headed out tonight to bring in the new year, you might want to bundle up. Forecasters say there is a chance of snow or snow flurries off and on from Tuesday night through New Year's Day. Tonight, temperatures are expected to drop to a low of 26 with wind speeds up to 10 miles per hour. For those who planned on getting on an early start for the first day of the new year, snow flurries are expected before 7 a.m.
Law enforcement officials around the DMV will be ramping up patrols tonight. They will be upping DUI enforcement and monitoring potential threats during the holiday. In Montgomery County, there are Holiday Alcohol Task Force has already reported 140 drunk driving arrests since Thanksgiving and 24 last week. They will be working with the FBI and Homeland Security to track New Year's threat assessments and will be staying vigilant throughout the night.
And if you can't find a designated driver at the end of the night, don't worry because RAP has you covered. The Washington Regional Walk and Alcohol Program is offering free rides home in partnership with rideshare company Lyft. RAP has been offering this sober ride program since 1991. Anyone who would like to receive a sober ride just has to enter a special code into their Lyft app. The code is good for $15. For more information or for the special New Year's Eve code, visit soberride.com.
And Metro has you covered with rides as well. The rail system will be offering free bus rides and rail fares from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. tonight. They do warn some stations will see last trains run before 2 a.m. So you want to double check on the station's page to see what times yours might be leaving. And for New Year's Day, the rail will open at 5 a.m. and close at midnight. Bus service will run on a Sunday schedule.
As many families plan to gather to count down to the new year, the Prince George's Fire Department wants to remind residents to leave the fireworks to the professionals. Remember, fireworks are illegal in Prince George's County. Residents caught with fireworks could face a $1,000 fine and possibly 6 months in jail. Through the agency's amnesty program, residents can turn to the explosives over to the fire department without facing a penalty.
There are so many people that unfortunately do utilize fireworks, and we don't want to inundate the 911 system with those calls. And so we really want to stress that folks use the online platform or that they utilize the non-emergency number to report any fireworks usage.
Residents can support and report someone shooting fireworks to the county's non-emergency number at 301-352-1200 or online at 911.mypgc.us.
Can you believe it? We are just hours away from closing the chapter to end 2025.
With the new year on the horizon, many Americans are looking forward to a clean slate. And CTV News caught up with some shoppers in Largo to find out if they are making New Year's resolutions or not.
The anticipation of the new year is getting closer by the minute. And as families across the globe prepare to ring in 2026, many Marylanders aren't making New Year's resolutions. In fact, a poll from the University of Maryland Baltimore County's Institute of Politics show that about 3/4 of Marylanders do not plan to make New Year's resolutions.
I don't keep them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not going to make one this year.
Because I always try to do good all year anyway.
No, ma'am, because I never stick to them.
While these shoppers in Largo aren't making resolutions, there are a few things they would like to stay in 2025 and not bring in 2026.
Financial difficulties, yes. I would love to leave that in 2025.
Maybe the prices, the gas and the food at the stores. Yeah, I would like to see that lowered.
There's nothing to leave. I just take everything into the next year. I just like to bring my family with me because we have a loving and joy and cheerful family.
As we wrap up 2025, which has been a challenging year in Prince George's, which included a county budget deficit, federal layoffs, and the loss of Six Flags America, let's all strive to stay positive as the new year brings its own new set of challenges ahead. Katara Jones, CTV News.
And thanks so much, Katara. You're now watching CTV News. I'm Anaya Falcon.
And I'm Jonathan Hunter. Still to come, it's the end of the year, and if you're looking for a way to close out the year with fun, do not move.
That's right. After the break, we'll highlight 2 local attractions to make sure winter break stays exciting for the whole family. We'll be back in a moment.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
And I'll try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Welcome back. Flu cases are climbing fast across the U.S., driven by a new variant that's spreading quickly. Health officials say millions have already gotten sick this season, with hospitalizations and deaths also rising. The good news, it's not too late to get a flu shot. Experts say even if this year's vaccine isn't a perfect match, it can still help prevent severe illness. Doctors urge people, especially kids, older adults, and pregnant people, to get vaccinated and see a provider if symptoms hit hard.
The Prince George's County Democratic Central Committee nominated one of their own members to fill the vacant District 27A seats left by Kevin Harris. Most of the committee nominated Darrell Odom Sr. for the House seat. Odom has been a member of the committee since 2019, but it's not a done deal just yet because the district represents both Prince George's and Charles County. The Democratic Central Committee there can nominate a candidate to the governor as well, and their committee is set to meet Saturday morning.
Maryland ended this year with nearly 15,000 fewer federal jobs, a roughly 9% drop in the federal workforce, according to state Labor Department data. The loss continues months of steady declines, with federal employment falling from about 163,000 jobs in January to around 148,500 by September. This makes Maryland the state with the largest federal job losses in the country. Officials say this downward trend reflects larger federal workforce reductions, with federal workers leaving the government faster than they're being replaced. And property tax assessments in Maryland are set to rise in 2026, with the average home and business value up about 12.7% under the state's latest reassessment. State officials say property values continue to climb across all 23 counties and Baltimore City, though the pace of growth has slowed compared with recent years. Homeowners could see their tax bills increase, but state laws limit how much taxable assessments can rise each year. Residents will get reassessment notices soon, and they have about 45 days to appeal if they disagree with the new value. To learn more about tax relief programs and your options, check with the Maryland Department of Assessments and Taxation.
And with the tax assessments on the rise, WSSC Water wants to help their customers financially by extending their current program. It will now be extended through January 31st as a way to help everyone with their water bills. Now, this is eligible for those with a delinquent balance as of October 1st, 2025, and have recently experienced hardship due to the federal government shutdown. For more information, you can visit wsscwater.com/assistance. At the Gaylord National Resort, you can still experience the holiday fun for a few more days. The main attraction is the Polar Express, where nearly everything is carved out of ice. When you walk inside, you will feel like you're walking through the different scenes of the movie. There is a passenger train and slides where people of all ages can go down. Staff say they really want people to get into the Christmas spirit.
You get to become part of that story, right? So the Polar Express, it's one of those Christmas movies that they take you in. So we want to make that immersive. As you go through the different scenes, you'll have interactive pieces like sit in the passenger car of the train. We also have a slide room that's made entirely out of ice. We have other interactives where you can go crawl through tunnels. And then, of course, we also do have a live carving demonstration. We have artisans that stay behind through the entire run of the show where you can see them carving live in front of you.
The last day you can experience the excitement is Sunday. So if you haven't bought your tickets yet, you want to go ahead and do some. And if you're looking for something fun to do, you can travel over to Funbox. The indoor bounce park brought its largest location to Bowie. Inside, you'll see a large 9,000 square foot inflatable with 5 different zones. Kids can go down the slide and even play a little basketball. There are also several party rooms and an arcade. Owners of Funbox Bowie are encouraging people of all ages to forget about the stress of life and have fun on the inflatables.
I think creating a space for families to reconnect is so important. To just pause, put everything on pause. The space invites you to forget everything else that's happening out of here and to focus on just bonding. The kids will ask for it. Your kids will ask for it. They want to slide with you. They want to play arcade games with you. So it really invites just a reconnection, a moment of just focusing on our most precious things in life, and that's family.
And the owner tells me Funbox can accommodate more than just birthday parties. The place is great for community groups and team bonding events for coworkers. And Anaya, yesterday when we were there, my photographer Eric Williams was having too much fun on that inflatable. He was jumping up and down, if you know what I mean.
I bet. I wish I was there.
Oh, for sure. Still to come on CTV News.
It's New Year's Eve and our Michaela Newton is in the CTV kitchen with tips to make sure your party stays popping.
In just a few hours, we're going to be counting down to the new year, so we're going to be making some champagne cocktails. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
My name's Stacy. I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020.
We were adopted in 2019.
And we were adopted in 2021.
We had a house, and it sounds crazy, but it wasn't a home. The one thing that Jake and Emma brought is it became a home.
When I met Dakota, he had just turned 14.
You weren't there for the first this and the first that. I missed the first words, but we got a lot of other firsts.
Watching her say, oh my God, I cannot believe I got my license. And she's like, I passed. And I'm like, girl.
See them grow. It is.
They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
You
and you.
Kids in the middle. What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete, but it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Got one of these hanging on the wall? You're qualified. One of these? You're qualified too. Love a good checklist? Qualified. 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 Yep, qualified. Because if you know how to put up anything in your home, you're qualified to save lives by installing free smoke alarms in your community. Go to soundthealarm.org to find a volunteer event near you.
In just a few hours, we'll be counting down to the new year.
That's right. But first, to celebrate New Year's Eve, we have Michaela and Danielle in the kitchen. Michaela, what is going on in there?
All right, guys, welcome. It is National Champagne Day and it's New Year's Eve, so I'm super, super excited. We have Danielle from Beyond Happy Hour here to make some champagne cocktails. So, Danielle, tell us what we're making today.
How you doing?
Good.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Great. So today is New Year's Eve and it's National Champagne Day, which means Americans will be drinking over 350 million glasses of champagne on tonight alone, right?
I love it.
That's crazy. So we're gonna make 2 champagne cocktails. One is my original cocktail. I kind of took some pieces from different drinks and created it. And the second one is going to be a classic champagne cocktail called a Kir Royale. Okay? You want to get started?
I love champagne. So
do you?
I'm excited, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like these drinks too.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, first we're gonna start with the shaker fly ice. Okay. And then we're gonna juice a half of a lemon. Just like so. I like fresh juice in my cocktails. I mean, and if you don't have a fresh lemon, you can always just use lemon juice.
Okay.
It comes in like a little squeeze bottle. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do an ounce of Ketel One vodka. All right, and then we're gonna do an ounce of St. Germain's, which is an elderflower liqueur. And then we're gonna give her a nice little shake. So do you have any plans for New Year's Eve?
I'm actually going to church with one of my friends.
Okay.
So we're New Year that way, and then I need to do some cleaning, you know, cooking. I'll probably cook some black-eyed peas.
And collard
some
greens. Yes.
You know,
gotta have the collard greens for, was it money?
Yes.
And the black-eyed peas are for good luck?
Yes.
All right.
Definitely. What about you? What are your plans?
I actually have an event this evening out in Virginia, so I'll be out partying. Okay. And then we're gonna top her with a little bit of rosé champagne. I think you're gonna like that. And then we're gonna garnish her with a lemon peel swirl. Just for a little garnish, a little razzle dazzle.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
How do you like it?
I knew I would love that.
Yes? You like
Really
elderflower?
good. Yes.
Awesome. Elderflower is very
And the rosé
good.
is really good. It's the rosé champagne.
Mhm.
Yes, it's really good.
Okay, awesome. So the second drink we're making is called a Kir Royale. It's very basic. It's just cream de cassis, and if you don't have that, you can use a black raspberry liqueur, and then just top it with some champagne. Just 2 easy steps. So we're gonna do a half ounce of the black raspberry liqueur, and then we're gonna fill her up the rest of the way with some rosé again.
Nice and simple.
Very nice and simple. And if you don't finish your bottle tonight, you can always have it for mimosas tomorrow morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This one's even better.
You like that
I love
one?
This one too.
Good, I'm glad.
Okay, so let's talk about these items here that you have. So these are good tips to kind of keep your champagne fresh.
Yes, okay, so if there's a common old wives' tale about sticking a spoon in an open bottle of champagne, it keeps the fizz. However, we all know that that is not true. So you don't want to waste your time sticking a spoon inside of a bottle of champagne. Also here I have some wine stoppers. You don't want to use these either because your champagne is carbonated. So you don't want the pressure from the carbonation to go boop and put an eye out. So you want to do one or two things. You either want to cover it up with something plastic and keep it for about another 12 hours, or just finish the bottle.
Gotcha. So where can we get these from?
So you can actually order these online at beyondhappyhour.com, or you can stop by my location. I'm at 9244 East Hampton Drive, store 110 in Capitol Heights.
Perfect. Danielle, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We want to wish everyone out there a happy and safe New Year. Cheers.
Thanks, Michaela and Danielle. Man, those drinks looked really good. I love those two options. I know our viewers are getting ready for their New Year's celebrations coming up soon.
Yeah, definitely. I think Michaela had too much fun with that segment, so we're coming to a new year. Any fun plans, any exciting things you want to do in 2026?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to, spend time with family, continue to anchor and enjoy my career right along with you.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to continue to spend more time with the family, continue to grow as a husband, a father, a news anchor, news reporter, but also as a storyteller as well. Continue telling the great stories of Prince George's County, which is the best county in the state of Maryland.
All right.
Still to come on CTV News.
Simon Buggs is back with our last sports page of the year. What's going on today, Simon?
Hey everybody, and coming right up, Orioles pitcher Zach Eflin gives an update on how he's feeling post-surgery as the start of spring training for the team gets closer and closer. That story and more after the break.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. And I don't have to worry when the winds blow. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house. My house.
My house. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family.
My family. My family.
This is my house.
This is my house.
I can study. I can be safe with my family. This is my house.
This is my house.
This is my house.
This is my house.
My house.
My house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine have a safe, decent place to call home.
Wake up and clear the clutter. Send your old electronics packing. In Maryland, you can e-cycle through many manufacturers or through your county, and usually it's free. Visit mde.maryland.gov/e-cycling to find out how to recycle electronics in your county. mde.maryland.gov/e-cycling.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless, the caretakers our home deserves. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that when we all come together, the sky is the limit. It's time to speak up for nature.
Go ahead and get excited, sports fans, because your favorite segment is finally here. Now, my Washington Commanders are getting closer and closer to the finish line as the team is gearing up for their last game of the season. Now, this group is no doubt a close-knit one, despite the season not going as planned. And head coach Dan Quinn gave his thoughts on how he's feeling as the team hosts their last set of practices of the 2025 season.
Said to the guys, Scott, I know behind the scenes, there's a lot of unseen work that goes into it that people aren't lining up to talk about. But I would say that I'm the one that does notice that, of all the extra time on rehab, the extra time, on the unseen work. So I want to let them know that I do see that and I appreciate it. And so there's no brotherhood quite like a football brotherhood. And so into this space, their chance to, go against another division team and playing for one another. I've seen a lot of that from our team, Scott. And so that's a group, that I certainly love to represent, no doubt about it.
Man, I'm going to miss rooting for my team, y'all. Washington will travel to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Eagles for their last game of the year on Sunday at 4:25. Meantime, as I reported recently, the Baltimore Orioles have re-signed pitcher Zach Eflin to a one-year, $10 million deal. The Birds acquired the 31-year-old back in 2024 in a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. This past season for the right-hander was a tough one, as he dealt with multiple injuries, along with many other players from the Orioles. Eflin underwent back surgery in August, and he spoke to the media recently on how he's feeling post-surgery.
As of now, I think I'm about like 4.5 months post-surgery. I feel fantastic. I've been doing some mound work, and I think I have my first bullpen scheduled on January 6th. So everything's been going smooth. And as of now, like my goal is to be ready for opening day for the first start of the season. It could change. I don't know. We still have another month and a half to go until I get to spring, but I feel better than I ever have in my life, and I'm fully prepared to, be ready for that first week of the season.
Definitely hope Eflin can be there for opening day, y'all, and most importantly, help Baltimore get back to the postseason. And in NBA news, the Washington Wizards will return to action tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. And that wraps up your Wednesday sports page. Happy New Year, everybody. I'll see y'all in 2026.
All right, Happy New Year, Simon. Let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. As we mentioned earlier, we have a slight chance for snow overnight, so be very careful if hitting the roads tomorrow. For the first day of the year, we have a chance of flurries in the morning, but we'll have a high of 34. Friday is going to be partly sunny with a high of 40 to kick off the weekend. Saturday will also be partly sunny with a high of 40 and a low of 25.
And for our community calendar, if you don't have plans for tonight, you can still get tickets for the hottest party without leaving the county. Big Night DC is hosting its famous New Year's Eve extravaganza right at the Gaylord National Harbor. This is one of the largest inclusive New Year's Eve galas in America, featuring over 100 open bars, 8 themed party arenas, and multiple dance floors and a variety of DJs. Doors open at 9 p.m. and the party will be rocking till 3 a.m. For tickets or more information, visit Big Night DC.
And before we wrap up our last show of the year, we want to take time to thank our viewers for sticking with us through 2025.
As we covered major events that impacted residents personally and professionally, CTV News will continue to catch the vision of Prince George's County.
We now look back at some of our biggest stories from the year. Take a look.
Good evening, this is CTV News for December 1st. I'm Michaela Newton.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Thanks so much for joining us. This meeting on Saturday was originally meant to get written feedback from community members on data centers being placed in Prince George's County. But when attendees felt they didn't really have a say in the matter, the meeting turned into an uproar.
It's official. The government has shut down.
Prince George's County is taking yet another economic hit as Six Flags just announced its Maryland location is closing its doors.
State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy was elected as the new county executive.
We have all agreed that we are going to work together to serve you and not ourselves.
African American students and Latino students, on average, actually perform better than African American and Latino students in the state of Maryland.
Had a really good, successful programs here, and then you start evaluating the upside of the market and all the things that can happen, and you realize that Maryland could be the sleeping giant.
Let's go for 3. Good. And 2. Using that core. And 1.
The Department of Health and Human Services exercise recommendations are 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise.
Enthusiasts, the DC boat shows are back, and it's all happening here at the beautiful National Harbor.
We're in the kitchen with Danielle Edwards from Beyond Happy Hour, and we're making some Valentine's Day themed drinks.
Inside the Yard Milkshake Bar, and now I'm joined with Brittany Guerra, who is one of the owners here.
We've all been anxiously waiting for the Cowboy Carter tour, and it's touching down here tomorrow. The wait is over, guys. The queen herself, Queen Bee.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us. Anaya, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and we wish all of you a Happy New Year. Stay safe and have a great night.